Higit 600 deboto ang kailangang bigyan ng first aid matapos makilahok sa prusisyon. Sa tala ng Philippine Red Cross hanggang alas 3 ng hapon, 182 ang ginamot dahil sa mga galos, paso, paso, pagkahilo at high blood. Anim naman ang nagtamo ng mas malalang sugat at karamdaman. May nagtamo ng head injury, hinimatay at nabalian ng paa. Meron ding mga isinugod sa pagamutan. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon, makakausap natin via Zoom si Philippine Red Cross Chairman and CEO and former Senator Richard Dick Gordon. Magandang gabi po sa inyo, Senator Gordon.
Hi, Pia.
Hi, sir.
Pia. Maganda na gabi ko. Nakita na kita.
Yes. Naman, sir. Senator, Chairman, Red Cross Chairman. So, sir, just tell us, kamusta ba yung sitwasyon ngayon? We just gave those numbers, no? Mga ilan yung binigyan ng first aid. What is the latest as of 6:59?
We have 643 people na kinater ng Red Cross in its 10 first aid stations along the procession route. And in addition to our emergency field hospitals and our 18 or 17 ambulances, some of those were brought to the hospital. Like we brought in a burn patient. Tataka ka, yung burn.
Yeah.
Yun vendor na nagtitinda, hindi niya hinandle properly yung liquid petroleum gas na. I don't know why you put it there in the middle of 100 or a million people. Buti siya lang nasunog. No? Second, may nahulog, tumama yung ulo. We did have to take them to the emergency field hospital. We take them direct to PGH. Then there is a woman, buntis at prime, supposed to be manganganak at January 12, andun pa rin siya. Tapos she started having stomach cramps. No? So we brought them to the hospital. So yun ang mga pinaka-serious na nakukuha na namin. Pero karamihan, as usual, and I'm glad there's a theologian from Ateneo there.
Yes, Dr. Mike Assis.
Maybe we can advise our devotees na hindi naman kailangan na magpaa because ang daming nakakalat sa mga boteng nabasag or mga sharp stones. So we have a lot of people that we have to treat for foot injuries, all right? And nasusugat o walang protection yung paa na sprain. So it's not that we're complaining. It's just that the first rule is to prevent injury, right?
Right.
And to my mind, if we don't do this right, we're lucky we're getting out with just this, no? And of course, we have a lot of first aiders, we have a lot of doctors out there who will treat them, but that doesn't make it right. People have to make it properly. For example, some people even bring their children. Kanina may nawala. Nakita namin, buti nakita na namin yung parents nun. Or for that matter, magdadala ng bata doon sa gitna ng maraming tao, delikado yan, no? So sa akin, when you start looking at the translasyon, if we're not careful, it is a major catastrophe waiting to happen. And if we're not careful, the eyes of the world are looking at us. It's like New Year celebration in New York, and everybody's protecting anybody from a possible terrorist attack or a bomb. And then all of a sudden it happens and we're totally unprepared. Nobody is prepared that well for such an event. And this is my concern all the time when we have this. We talk about it when we meet in preparation for translasyon or sinulog or dinagyang, and we're all there all the time. The Red Cross is all there to make sure that we are able to alleviate suffering right away. And it's important that we talk about this so we know. If you look at our plans, nakalagay doon kung anong gagawin namin, nakalagay kung anong gagawin sasabihin sa mga tao. Our people carry bullhorns so we can direct traffic or direct the people to stop running in one direction and go one direction so that nobody gets trampled on. So yun ang mga problema na nakaharap natin dyan.
Tama po yung sinabi niyo, Senator, yung preventive and not just curative because, who wants to get injured? Sabi na nga ninyo, mas maganda siguro na wag naman magpaa, don't go barefoot. Tapos yung mga buntis. Yung buntis po ba, Senator, would you know kung nanganak or
No, nakalabas siya.
Nakalabas? Not yet due.
Can you imagine giving birth in the middle of a throng like that? A crowd like that?
Oh my goodness.
It's dramatic. Will make for the front page of any newspaper, but she could die, right?
Right. Okay. Hanggang anong oras po, sir, yung mga Red Cross responders na magbabantay?
Mahina ang 36 hours dito or 48 hours, no? Because we've been doing this for weeks in preparation. If you look at some of our pictures, you will see them putting up the tents last night. The field hospital was completed last night. The first aid tents were completed. The ambulances were put into commission. There are other 20 ambulances around Metro Manila waiting on standby. And our people will wait until the last person is out of the area. That has been the tradition. The longest procession has been, I think, in 2019, right before the pandemic. It took about 22 hours, if I'm not mistaken, before everything settled down. And now, I'm relieved that ang pumasok dito, nakikita ko sa, according to the Basilica, they have less than 1 million, about 900,000. But I'm sure, pagdating ng gabi, dadami pa yan.
Okay. Well, we have some data here. Yung 2020, 16 hours, 2019, 21 hours and 26 minutes, 2018, 22 hours. Of course, nagva-vary naman ito. The average, 20 to 21 to 22 hours. 15 hours noong 2010. But now, kasi ang balita is, sabi ng Quiapo Command Post, baka before 7, kaya lang 3 minutes to 7. So, tingnan natin. Senator Gordon, kumpara sa mga past traslasyon, kamusta naman yung teka muna, wag na lang.
I have to commend everybody because so far there are no serious injuries, at least from the Red Cross point of view. No, I don't know about the others that we have come across, and that means it was well maintained. Earlier on, we were concerned because yung rope na serves as a very, very meager divider for the crowd not to go surge, nawala yun. And then according to the plans, I saw the plans, may mga police cordon para may phalanx, para hindi makakapasok yung mga tao. But what you really should try to avoid is people jumping into the andas and falling or breaking their head or, causing fights or altercations. That is what you don't like. I think it borders on the fanaticism. It's no longer, who am I to judge? I mean, everyone has his cup of tea. Religion should be very collected effort. But when you see a crowd like this, it becomes a mob because everybody seems to think that if you touch it, you'll be cured or there will be a miracle. I've seen this year in and year out, and my terror is if something happens and some people start running and people are trampled, mahina ang thousands na masasaktan yan.
Okay. Some final words, sir, from you. Mga paalala, reminders.
Again, I'm sure there will be people who will still be going, wear your shoes. Don't bring your children.
Huwag pumunta kung buntis.
You should have your own water and make sure that if you have emergency medicine, it's there and put it in a plastic para makikita mo. Always, like diving, you have a buddy. Kailangan may kasama ka para pag nadapa ka, at least mayroon kayong usapan na may tutulong sa'yo. Or kung mawagkawalaan kayo, you know where to meet one another because the Red Cross will help you find them because we have what we call restoring family links. It makes it easier for us if we know where to find the individual. But the most important thing is, guard yourself, protect yourself. And when there's a stampede, you move forward with the crowd. Don't stop because when you stop, you will be pushed, you will be trampled on, and marami masasaktan in the process. And the worst part is being trampled to death. There have been cases, like if you remember Ben-Hur when Masala was thrown out of his chariot, talagang tinapaktapakan siya ng mga kabayo. And really, talagang it's not a very pretty sight.
Former Senator Richard Gordon, Philippine Red Cross Chairman. Sir, thank you very much for being with us tonight. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Well, still,
it's a pleasure. I'm glad that you thought of me. Thank you very much.
Of course.